Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you guys. Before we start, please make sure to be subscribed to the channel. This is the Pisces Club. So if you're a Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, and you are a cross watcher who has a Pisces in their life that you want to, understand a little bit better maybe, you can go ahead and subscribe. I do Pisces daily readings and Pisces marathons on the weekends. So this is the place to be for you guys. And if you ever feel supported by the readings and want to say thanks, you can always get our mugs, our merch, or anything that I've created for you on our store. All right, let's begin. This is going to be a shamanic reading. All right. For those of you who know me, you know that my path has been mainly shamanism. Connection to the earth, to our ancestors, to the animal spirits. For years and years, I've been going to Peru to enjoy, honestly, the beautiful energy of this country and train with the Queros and, do a lot of different things in regards to shamanism. I've explored Australian shamanism. I've explored Hawaiian shamanism, obviously Peruvian, and I find it to be probably the most important part of my spiritual journey. So I want to share this with you today. We're going to be receiving a reading and sort of like a class, honestly, because this Earth Warriors Oracle is a little bit like a teaching. It's a message, but it's also a teaching. And we're going to be complementing it with the Native Spirit deck and with the Shaman's Oracle. All right. So let's see. Let's just see what our spirit guides in the sense have for us today. We call upon the four directions, north, south, east, and west. The energy of the animal spirit guides, plant, kingdom, crystals, earth. Everything that supports us, our ancestors, our lineage, and the collective. Please help us receive the most relevant and important messages that the Pisces collective needs to hear right now. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. As I go ahead and set up this whole read, which I get a feeling is going to be quite expansive, I want to let you know, guys, that the energy protection course is available and that all of the online courses that I've created for you guys with so much love are only $49.99, and that's going to be a permanent price reduction. So from 200 ish, which used to be the price for the courses, now they're going to be $49.98 permanently. Okay, so you can get all of that, all of those experiences, all of that wisdom easier, more available for your awakening, your development, your soul journey. So the main energy that we have here is the owl. The owl is a very particular spirit guide. It moves through the night, sees in the dark, very quiet, very deadly in their hunt, in their look for sustenance, incredibly wise. They are a symbol of wisdom. And as the challenge, you've got the crow. So Pisces, right now you may feel like you have very intense innate wisdom, but you're having maybe a challenge, perhaps choosing a path. And the message here is that you don't have to. You don't have to choose a path. All paths lead to the light. I mean, all the paths that are supposed to lead to the light lead to the light. And if you choose one or the other, really is just sort of like a desire of the mind. It's a desire of the mind to have control and to have something that makes sense to the mind. But ultimately, everything is here and now. Everything is the same thing, you know? We have the prayer feather as well, and we have the spirit of air and the wind. So there is a lot, Pisces, of air energy here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. Some of you guys could be potentially exploring magical paths through the mind as well. So even though the mind can limit us by saying, you know, well, I'm just going to study yoga. I am just going to be studying shamanism. I'm just going to be studying magic. You know, ultimately, seasoned practitioners, I feel, transcend all of those labels. And they just sort of integrate their connection to spirit in whatever and every way it comes. All right. And with the spirit of air and the wind and the prayer feather, I would say that this is a call for freedom, and this is a call to maybe study, like literally study, like book and notebook kind of thing. Maybe correspondences, for some of you, maybe astrology. For others of you, this is a call to just bring down your defenses and your structures and be a little bit like air, you know, flow from one place to another. Allow all of this just chaos to feel beautiful to you. Walking in beauty is a way of life. Everything holds beauty. From the tiniest of seeds and the plants that are born around you, to the animals, to the earth, and to everything that is obviously beautiful, right? But also to the chaos. Also to the lack of direction, the lack of clarity, the obstacles, the challenges, the deep purging of darkness, the integration of light and dark. That is beautiful too. The hard times, the struggle, all of that holds beauty. The lessons, the growth. And walking in beauty, or walking the beauty way, is recognizing that and honoring it every second. Many of you are, if not all of you, for being a Pisces, you're medicine women and medicine man. Your existence is medicine to the collective. The words you speak, the energy you vibrate, the advice you give, the space you hold, everything that you do, Pisces, in a way honors the beauty of life. And if it's not the case, then consider walking the path of beauty. Maybe consider how you already are medicine, or how maybe you want to become a medicine woman or a medicine man. If you've always sort of like felt intrigued by this connection to nature, I wrote a novel. It's kind of like entertainment, but it's really based on my own awakening and path. It's called Tales of a Shaman in the Making. It's on Amazon. You can get it. It's a very beautiful book if you're feeling called to this particular path, or every path that it sort of holds, right? And ultimately, what a shaman is, in my perspective, is someone who can travel through the realms of spirit. From the unconscious to the conscious to the superconscious, from the past to the present to the future, is someone who can move their consciousness basically everywhere. Inside animals, crystals, plants, situations. And by allowing your consciousness to embody whatever it is that you need to embody at the time, There is higher learning, higher understanding, a deeper connection to spirit and to the interconnectedness that we are all, everything, just one. And obviously, designing a way of life, creating your masterpiece that ultimately inspires and helps others, bringing medicine into everything you do. Right now, Pisces, you may be setting a rhythm for yourself, for your life. You may be changing rhythms as well. With the drum, there is a lot of... It's like a beautiful tool that helps us also sort of like control the vibrations and go into deeper states of consciousness, or altered states of consciousness. And with the drum here, I feel like you are moving into a different pace. If you have been for years and years and years on end, moving a lot, like the wind here, from one place to another, one mindset to another, one goal to another, and it's just been lots of movement. I feel like with the drum, I sort of like, I can hear it going boom, 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 very slowly, very deep. And sort of, I get this vibe of you being grounded. Maybe because even all the global situations, maybe you've been forced to be in the same place doing the same thing every day. Maybe, some countries are in lockdown. A lot of people are spending all of their time at home. And maybe this sense of freedom that you have in the physical world is now being, the rhythm is being changed. And now you're being called to experience freedom in the energy realms, in the physical space. So, even though your physical body can't go outside, your consciousness can go anywhere it wants, okay? So this is something that I think is in the making here. In your environment, the heart of the sky. Right now, I am not an astrologer by any means, okay? But I do listen to like the news almost every morning. I listen to the astrological news, you know what I mean? Like who is where, what that might feel like, etc. So I know that this month, that this couple of weeks will be intense. I think that I've heard several astrologers say that this is going to be the most intense part of the year, that everything sort of like chills down after this. And with the heart of the sky, I feel like there's growth here and there are changes. Maybe even astrologically that those forces are sort of like helping you slow down into yourself. Maybe after a period of movement or a little bit of chaos, because look around. Right? But with the beauty way, you can not only tolerate the chaos but embrace it as part of the journey. Then we've got the ancient ones as your hopes and fears. So many of you could be and this is card number 1. Many of you could potentially be feeling very inclined to connect to something deeper, to connect to maybe that medicine, if it's not already being, in play in your life. Maybe you feel like there's this calling for you. Maybe you felt like you've had a heavy heart and you don't understand why. Maybe you want to go into past lives, into the things that on a soul level that you already know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you're a Pisces in this lifetime and you just ran into, the tarot readings and you're like, I don't know anything, but I've always been very inclined to, I don't know, I find it curious. Like, I feel curiosity for tarot or for any other path. And you sort of feel this very strong pull that you can't explain and that is very strong. That could be your soul saying, we've done this before. Let's go back to that. I heard once, like, once you're a witch, you're always going to be a witch. In all paths and lifestyles. And lifetimes. And, it doesn't have to be necessarily being a witch, you know. It could be being a shaman, medicine woman. It could be a divination thing. It could be anything, really, okay? But it's that pool. Some of you guys are feeling that pool, but you're also kind of scared by it, maybe. I understand that. My whole book is about that. How freaked out I was at, like, you know, beginning to connect to spirits. And you know, the path in shamanism is not like all love and light. It's the whole thing, you know? And that can be scary, especially for a mind that is so divided between right and wrong, white and black, safe and danger. You know, it's like almost instinctual, you know, the mind is sort of programmed that way. So in order to go here, we have to transcend that. And, you know, many people say that in order to gain your spiritual awareness, you have to sort of like lose your human mind a little bit. And I mean, I kind of did. Honestly, a little bit. I did. And that is as much a superpower as it is a burden. Okay, so, you know, it is a path that comes with a price, I feel. But you can always like create your own thing. So yeah, some of you guys could be feeling that pull. And some of you guys are ultimately going to be coming into connection with your soul tribe soon. Maybe you're going to be entering some kind of... I'm hearing cult. Doesn't have to be cult. Cult is a word that has a lot of like negative connotations. All right, let's see now the lesson, the message that the Earth Warrior Oracle has for us. Now, these messages are long and complex and complete. So what I'm going to do is read the whole thing from the booklet. It is going to take some time. It is extensive. So my recommendation is, if you have the time, the space, and if you feel like it, take some time to close your eyes and just listen. Okay? Just listen. Open yourself up to this message. Universe, what is the ideal message that Pisces needs to receive or could really benefit from receiving at this time? Alright, Pachamama. She with the Andean emerald heart. Is this beautiful or what? I hope this is focusing, because it's gorgeous. Alright. Card number 38. Some of you guys, by the time you reach 38 years old, if you are close or far, that is going to be a very important time in your life. That's what I'm getting. Card number 38. All right. Here we go. Pachamama, the goddess of the earth honored by the indigenous people of the Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the crazy, beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She's able to foster life with such genius and generosity because there is no fear preventing her from holding space for the new to emerge. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and your life. Trust, like the Earth Mother, as an act of devotion. She is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. Don't hold back from what is happening. Things need to change, so let them change. It may seem chaotic or overwhelming now. However, when you realize that you don't need to figure it all out, you will relax, allowing the wisdom of what is happening at a deeper level to unfold. That's exactly what we just said. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Alright. Trust that your inner resources are enough and will grow to meet your needs for soul expression in the world. You may sometimes feel like you're juggling too many projects with too few arms. The Divine Mother can help you if you trust her to keep an eye on things and guide the process for you. This oracle indicates that peace and harmony will eventually triumph over conflict or challenge, bringing about a new way of being for you. How is it that the boundless diversity of nature interacts as an extraordinary and harmonious ecosystem? Rather than dropping into a melee of competing interests, destructive conflict, or soul deadening copycat conformity. It is all a question of holding space for it. The more diverse the input into any field, the more potential there is for conflict, yes, but also for creative innovation. Through our differences, we can bring out the best in each other. We could also allow differences to bring out the worst in each other. If we do so, allowing them to close us down out of fear would stifle the uniqueness of the soul. If we cannot hold space for increasing diversity, we risk extinguishing our creative passion for originality, and then energy, excitement, and evolution that uniqueness evokes will be lost. There is growth coming for you guys. Massive growth. In a couple of months, you're not going to be able to recognize your life. It's going to be so different. It's going to be so powerful. What I'm getting is an intuitive message. Don't forget to be humble. Always come back to your roots. Remember where you come from. And honor spirit. Be grateful to spirit. Because your expansion is going to be spirit flowing through you. So give it credit where it's deserved. Beautiful. Alright, that wasn't part of the book. That was actually a spirit guide that was very loud and wanted to get that message across. Thank you so much for that message. That was absolutely beautiful. Alright, now moving into the rest of the message from this card in the booklet. Those of us in positions of spiritual leadership and sacred guardianship desire a more vitalizing outcome for our communities. That means we need to tend to the way we hold space. For such an invisible concept, holding space has an extraordinary power. To tap into that power, we need to understand that we cannot hold for another what we cannot hold for ourselves. It has been said in Buddhist wisdom teachings that without compassion for the self, there cannot ever be compassion for another. Modern psychology teaches us that we cannot love another before learning how to love ourselves. This is empowering. It means that we can grow as capable New World leaders and guardians of communities through the work that we do within. It is reassuring to remember that the more we're able to hold space for ourselves, the more we become a presence in which others can flourish. As you do your inner work, your presence can create sacred space that is constructive, potent, and transformative. Like ripples in the pond of consciousness, we emanate outward from the center. The space you hold within can create a freeing and uplifting consciousness. Palpable in this effect, this will have a potential to reach far beyond what you may expect. As we grow in our role of sacred guardianship on this planet, the space we hold for ourselves and the world becomes more potent and important. That space can become a way for diversity to be either a beautiful orchestra or a cacophony of chaos. The outcome depends on our ability to hold the sacred feminine presence that allows for differences to be integrated into oneness, while understanding that oneness has nothing to do with sameness. You have the ability to bring great life to the souls of this world through honoring your own soul journey. Don't underestimate the importance of inner work, nor the healing effect it initiates in the world. Alright. Talk about beautiful, beautiful wisdom. Talk about that. That's gorgeous. I feel very moved by this message. I hope you do too. Guys, that's what I have for you today. On the same note, if any of you are interested in experiencing, very safe and very beginner level introduction into shamanism. We're going to be releasing the Shamanic Journey soon, the Shamanic Journey series. Many of you already are a part of that online experience. It is not time constricting, so you can purchase it at $49.98 and do it on your own time, in your own space, for the next years to come. And what it is a connection to self-love and a connection to animal spirit guides. So it's an introduction. Through each one of the guided meditations, you protect your energy, you set your intention, and you connect and tap into the different frequencies of every animal spirit, and you will get to interact with them and receive direct messages, personalized messages from them to you directly. All right? So I'll leave that information for that below. It's not yet available, but it will be. Okay, so I'll let you know. If any of you want to receive notice about that, all you have to do is go to my website and leave your email on the homepage. There's a little window that invites you to leave your name and email. And by doing that, I'll be contacting you, the whole database, right? And letting you guys know when that is up and available, all right? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I really, truly hope this reading helps, alongside all the other readings that have been posted for the Pisces Marathon. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.